Hello, welcome to INFOGIST TV. Today, we'll be bringing you up to speed with a recent court order where the Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, ordered Multichoice, the owners of DSTV, to sublicense channels to Metro Digital Television and every other television stations, pay TV stations in Nigeria who seeks to have license to run various channels which DSTV also runs. These may lead to a situation where DSTV subscription may be reduced as a result of other channels having similar products and services being run on their stations. But before we go into the analysis of this court's judgment, we'll be taking you through how MultiChoice came to be in Nigeria and the role it has played. At what point in time did it come in? What was the atmosphere? What was the political situation in Nigeria when it came? And what was pay TV stations like? How was Nigerians or how were Nigerians enjoying television and its services? So basically, MultiChoice Africa was born on the African continent, and its history rather can be traced back to the year 1986, when a number of South African media companies formed Africa's first pay TV channel, Mnet. From humble beginnings, and it grew so much faster than anticipated by so many persons. In 1990, it became the first television company to be listed in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and in 1992, the company first used satellite transmission to reach more than 20 African countries with an analog service. In the year 1995, MultiChoice launched its premium DSTV on a newly constructed digital platform, which has since grown to cover nearly 50 African countries and also Indian Ocean Islands, offering a range of paid television services with a variety of language options and an excellent quality viewing. MultiChoice was one of the first pay TV digital satellite broadcasters or broadcasting corporation outside of the United States, and the size and complexity of its satellite network rivaled the best in the world. And today, it is a leading multi-channel, multi-platform digital television operator across front. It has invested a huge amount of resources in the rollout of over 300 MultiChoice centers in and around the African continent. Equally, the company has been a good corporate citizen of Nigeria, paying over 10 different types of taxes to the Nigerian government. MultiChoice offers packages, allowing subscribers flexibility in price choice, and this rather includes DSTV Premium, DSTV Compact Plus, DSTV Compact, DSTV Family, and DSTV Access, as well as numerous channels via GoTV and GoTV Plus, which is also owned by MultiChoice. MultiChoice Africa is committed to partnering with local entrepreneurs, governments, and broadcasters across Africa in providing top-quality entertainment using new technology, of which Nigeria and Nigerians have benefited massively from the realization and comfort its channels provide, such as the Big Brother Naija show, which is one of the most revered in Nigeria. According to MultiChoice, local partnerships have enabled the company to operate with an understanding of and respect for the many different cultures found in Nigeria and in extension Africa. Now let me properly take you through Nigeria. Nigerians aged 35 years and above are unlikely to have problems recalling what constituted Nigeria before the Nigerians television stations before the year 1993. Entertainment in Nigeria then broadly consisted of movies released at 10 p.m. after the news bulletin on national or state-owned television, blockbuster movies on video cassettes, recorders, old Latin American subs, and dramas recorded and dramas rather, recorded matches of the Premier League, and for the children, cartoons were shown early in the evenings. Then satellite television came into Nigeria in the name of Multichoice to change the future of television in Nigeria. Multichoice in Nigeria has grown to become a household name and a lifestyle choice, bringing entertainment and information to millions of homes, cutting across different ages and cultures, as well as making huge contributions to Nigeria's economy via huge investments. How did the company succeed in causing a sea change in the television sector in Nigeria, where it has remained a dominant operator? I would say for a fact that the company showed enormous faith in Nigeria and was committed to providing high quality pay service through investment in cutting edge technology, like first mentioned, content and services, which led to a revolution in Nigerian television sector. MultiChoice came into Nigeria at a time of great political activism and struggle over the annulment of the June 12, 1993 general elections, a period the country with some justification, a period the country would have been avoided with some justification like every other country or companies did, which resulted to a huge infrastructural deficit in the country called Nigeria, a state of affairs that required a pioneer to provide for its own need, not as is obtainable now, where pioneer companies are given some sort of concessions to thrive. So on the part of MultiChoice as a company, they resulted in an eye-watering financial investment when they first came into Nigeria and a new blind faith in a climate of political instability or uncertainty that bedeviled Nigeria at that time they came in. Notable among investments made in infrastructure, among others, by MultiChoice at that time was the commissioning of the first satellite at the cost of 1.3 billion naira for the provision of the KU band transmission service, having a sports beam with Nigeria at its epicenter, building of the Lagos uplink to enable the carriage of the national free-to-air channels, which we are currently enjoying, yearly expansion of satellite transponder capacity for the continuing carriage of these free-to-air channels, as well as backhaul of the channels to the company's facilities in Spain at no cost to the channel providers. MultiChoice over the years has continued to invest heavily in the latest technology in digital television, including its decoders, which has consistently improved upon new products, improved services, and new payment systems. MultiChoice has also been the leading figure in the Nigerians' effort to migrate from analog to digital transmission, being the first to introduce the second generation broadcast technology through its GoTV platform. The launch of new technologies has contributed to the efforts of the Nigerian government to create quality employment in the engineering and technical fields. MultiChoice has demonstrated commitment to Nigeria's progress by ramping up its investment in local content when it increased interest to solicit local content for programming and support for Nigerian bossing through GoTV and a whole lot of it. The Nigerian entertainment industry owes a large slice of its progress to support from MultiChoice, whose Africa Magic range of channels has established Nigeria's diverse culture by providing local artists and producers the platform to showcase their talents to millions of viewers across the African continent and to ensure an improvement in production or producing quality movies across Nigeria and Africa as a whole. MultiChoice has continued to invest in various capacity building efforts for professionals in the Nigerian creative content industry. Now, having carefully gone through the incorporation, the formation, growth, of Multichoice and the expansion, rather, in Nigeria, what must have triggered a lawsuit against such a company like Multichoice, and what was the aim of filing such suits in the first place? The Nigerian Broadcasting Code, which is a product of the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, will be analyzed in order to give a well-articulated answer to the question asked in this documentary. Let's begin by understanding that under Article 6.2.8 of the amendment made to the 6th edition of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code, it provides that in the broad national interest, exclusivity of sporting rights in Nigeria is prohibited. The code goes ahead to state that in Article 6.2.5 that a rights owner to live foreign sporting events shall offer the rights to broadcasters on the different platforms in Nigeria. The aspect of the regulation will pry exclusive content from the companies that pay millions of dollars for them. Now, Multichoice in this context is the right owner of so many channels exclusively within its possession. And the law provides in Nigeria that it should sublicense its right to these various channels to which Nigerians pay so much to view, to indigenous Nigerian pay TV stations like Metro Digital and a whole lot of them in a bid to curtail Multichoice monopoly over the Nigerian television sector and to promote effective competition in the broadcast industry in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there is a considerable public sentiment against DSTV that dates back to the year 2014, yet it has remained popular. DSTV has remained popular in the Nigerian pay TV space. As a result of years of exclusively buying rights to foreign live sports events, and on the other hand, many Nigerians feel that DSTV subscriptions are outrageous. This belief is so popular that when DSTV implemented the federal government's new VAT, it led to a social media outrage with many Nigerians calling the company insensitive and that DSTV's monopoly over Nigeria prevented other local players or, say, indigenous players in the broadcasting sector from finding success, such as Star Times and a host of other pay TV stations in Nigeria. The last straw that broke the camel's back is DSTV's firm grip on exclusive rights to some of the biggest and best sporting events when it allowed the pay TV operators change premium price, and many Nigerians, as well as Metro Digital, who later instituted the action in court against Multichoice and the Honorable Minister for Culture and Information to see these as a monopolistic and unfair dealings by Multichoice on or against Nigerians and other pay TV stations. So as a result of this, Metro Digital TV took Multichoice to court. So this being the matter between Metro Digital against Multichoice Nigeria Broadcasting Limited and the Honorable Minister for Culture and Information. The Court of First Instance, being the Federal High Court, Port Harcourt Judicial Division, judgment was entered against Metro Digital on the 8th of June 2021, bordering on the fact that on the interpretation of Article 6.2.8 of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code. The Metro Digital at the Court of First Instance was seeking the court to interpret that DSTV or Multichoice should, according to the law, sublicense their rights to air foreign sports to Metro Digital in line with the laws of Nigeria. So in a bid to ensure this, Metro Digital appealed the judgment of the Federal High Court Port Harcourt Division, which was against, whose decision was against it, to the Court of Appeal Port Harcourt Division, who in turn now gave judgment in this very news in favor of Metro Digital, who on Wednesday, the 13th day of July 2022, gave a groundbreaking decision when it ordered Multichoice, operators of DSTV and GoTV in Nigeria, to sublicense some of its channels to Metro Digital in line with the Code of Nigerian Broadcasting Commission. It is worthy of note to state that Multichoice had consistently contended that they not being the owners of the programs, it could not and they would not be able to share their licenses to those programs to Metro Digital as requested by the Nigerian government. The Court of Appeal ordered Multichoice, the Court of Appeal's order on Multichoice includes that Multichoice should sublicense the channels sought by Metro Digital to Metro Digital and other platforms which require it to thrive within 21 days under the supervision of the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission. And further, the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission were also queried by the court for violating their statutory duties when they refused to issue directives to Multichoice as regarding the complaints made to them by Metro Digital Televisions. And that as a result of the commission's refusal to handle the issues as at when due, Metro Digital had suffered so much negative impact on its business across board. The Court of Appeal held that the Federal High Court held when it dismissed Metro Digital's case, even when Metro Digital was able to prove their case for establishing the existence of disputes between themselves and Multichoice. The Court of Appeal held lastly that it is the appeal to the Court of Appeal by Metro Digital TV has a whole lot of merit, and as a result of that, the appeal was allowed successfully, and judgment of the Federal High Court was set aside in favor of Metro Digital. Now, with regards to the analysis of the judgment I just mentioned in this clip, is the fact that there is hope for Nigerians, because basically I can hear so many persons, I've seen so many comments where Nigerians are complaining about the exorbitant fees being paid by them for subscriptions on the various GoTV packages across DSTV packages across Nigeria. It simply means that if the directives of these judgments are duly followed, and if Multichoice doesn't appeal this decision to the Supreme Court, and if the Supreme Court doesn't overturn or set aside the decision of the Court of Appeal, it means that Nigerians will be going back to the period when they could have afforded, and they can afford to also have the same programs on cheaper television stations being aired to them. It simply means that the monopoly of DSTV would be broken, as so many other channels will still be showing the Premier Leagues, and most especially so many other foreign programs that cut across board in Nigeria with regards to sporting, entertainment, and a whole lot more. Could this be a victory for Nigerians? Could this be a victory for Metro Digital and Star Times and the rest of other local media pay stations? If this is it, then it is a big win for Nigerians. But the challenge now is this judgment going to be followed to the letter? These are challenges. So we are going to look series of complaints by Nigerians and see how this would impact positively on the Nigerian society. Let's look at some of the reactions of Nigerians trailing these recent court decisions across Nigeria. A whole lot of them. Obinna Callistus Akoronwa commented by saying, "Sound judgment, multi-choice monopoly has become a thorn on the flesh of subscribers." Stanley Science Okore said, "Dear Nigerians, pay as you go is not possible in pay TV business. It is false to say that there is a pay as you go policy or package in South Africa. It is a wrong information. What is obtainable in South Africa and some advanced countries is a package known as pay-per-view, where a pay TV company buys right to televise a particular event. The event might be, for instance, a boxing match. The company will buy the right and have people subscribe to each channel to watch that particular event or program. Customers will be charged for it. Their subscription will expire after the event or program. The subscription is usually very expensive. Those who are clamoring for pay-per-view to be adopted here are those who are ignorant of the operations of satellite TV. They think it's like telecom services where they have fixed masts where calls connect to whenever and however. Sat TV is not like that. In Sat TV, the TV company don't own most of the channels or content it is televising. The company buys the rights to air those channels. Sometimes they could sign contracts to air such channels for a period of maybe 3 years. They could make payment upfront or sign to pay up in installments. The payment could sometimes be in millions of dollars, like the rights to air football matches. A company that pays millions of dollars like Multichoice to buy rights to air channels cannot and can never toy with the idea of pay-per-view. If they try it, they will liquidate in no time and be heavily indebted. Imagine paying such huge amounts to buy rights and now have Nigerians do pay as you go. Will they ever realize they are invested capital in a country where there is hardly electricity for people to watch TV? Implementing such will mean that Nigerians will only subscribe whenever they want to watch TV. The company that has paid millions of dollars in investment will be at a heavy loss in the end. So let's stop misinforming Nigerians. Where is High TV today? DSTV promised you the same thing. What have they been able to do since they launched? DSTV is only able to do pay-per-view because most of the channels it airs are channels televised free of charge by their owners. They can't pay for football rights and be offering such scheme. The business Multichoice is running costs huge money to run. Consider the business owners too when you do your agitation, Nigerians. Akachukwu Naji has this to say. He said, "These DSTV are cheating us very badly. When people subscribe, instead of getting the full channels, they will not even do so as if they know how much subscribed." Uwem Ikoriko said, "Let them do pay as you go choice." Khalid Suleiman said, why court cannot ask them to leave Nigerian space?" Okola Onu John said, "Before you cry for pay as you go to be used, ask those people who using pay as you go for electricity in Port Harcourt if the power even comes. DSTV will find a way around their own when it happens." Sibo Dennis Emmanuel said, "That was how they chased at CTL." James Godwin said, "Multichoice will still find a way to cheat even if they do pay as you go." Chukuma Nwanko said that that's not what we need. we need them to be doing pay as you go for us. How can you subscribe for a month package and travel on the second only to come back next month and find out your subscription has been scrambled? You need pay as you go. If I travel, my subscription will wait for me. Chinedu Nwabueze said, I don't understand what this means, and honestly, I don't even want to understand self. They should decrease their subscription rate. That's the only language I want to understand. Ojokoko Lucas Normia said, what's the implication of the judgment? So many persons don't know. Sesan Deji said, it is a right step. What is important to us now is that it should be decentralized for competitors. DSTV is making billions in Nigeria out of nothing, yet our useless politicians are doing nothing about it. Prince Nwanlozie Solomon Alozie said, great judgment, but pay as you go should be ultimate goal due to epileptic power supply experience across the country. Odiba Sunday Ojo said, I hope judges at the Supreme Court will upheld this lower court verdict too, because these multi-choice and their Nigerian partners go start ninth worker now. Adele Adejokun said, good step forward. Next is pay as you go. I wonder why it is easy to do it in South Africa, where they come from, but impossible here where they are making all the money. Answer is not far-fetched. When you have corrupt-minded men in position of authority, anything and everything will be compromised. Akinola Michael Onlaniyan said, sub-license is not the issue, but pay as you go. That is the right thing. Please, Multichoice should be forced to do pay as you go, not the regular monthly subscription they are using to rip off Nigerians. And Numelu Azuka Chinonso said, the pay as you go system, abeg. Olasoji Opioluwa Fikayomi said, too much of monopolization. Power should be shared and not to be decentralized. CG Abiodun said, Nigerian government monopolizes everything to them. St. Louis Ugo said, pay per view is the best. Emmanuel Madu Abuchi said, multi-choice wahala too much, Joe. They need to give a little space for others because they are so insensitive to Nigerians' plight. A whole lot. Friday Okoa said the court is not doing enough. Now that the case was in the court, they should have addressed the issue of pay as you go. These multi-choice are making dry Nigerians with these monthly banquets. Whether you get lights to watch or not, they should make it pay as you go. Friday Okoa, if the issue of pay as you go was not raised in the court, there is no way the court would have been able to address such situation. Akuchinyere Esther Ogochukwu said, as I said, I will not recharge again. Let them come and eat my money for nothing. Very wicked company. You will recharge without watching it because of light. Before you know, it have expired. No free channel. Network always bad. They should just close it. Agbo Tiago said, and it should also adopt pay as you go. Olufemi Arowo Segbe said, right step in right direction. I pray that they obey the court judgment. Chibueze Lawrence said, was it the court that gave them money to buy a license? They used in buying it from the company that owns the right? INE Fred said, I am not excited by the judgment because MultiChoice had always won their cases. Even the National Assembly once heard the complaints of Nigerians and attempted to break the monopoly, but the company which senators visited and the case died. Mike Kunde said MultiChoice is far more powerful and bigger than Nigerian courts and judges. When there was a court judgment that MultiChoice shouldn't increase tariff, this above the law company went ahead and nothing happened. All these judgments are in judge pockets. It doesn't concern MultiChoice. So MultiChoice is more powerful than Nigerian president. So people shouldn't be happy about this particular judgment. It's infertility. When corrupt rulers are in power, people suffer. Adewuyi Akimbami said, why this is happening to the company? when NEPA increased the tariff? Which court gave the order to do that? When petrol, diesel, and kerosene increased, was there any order from courts? A whole lot of comments, reactions keep trailing social media over this very situation. If so many persons are on the part that it's a welcome development for the Court of Appeal to have given this judgment, and that the Supreme Court should also uphold this judgment. Why some persons are also feeling for the company, saying, is it the federal government that has given them the money? Is it the court that has given them the money to buy or pay for this license from the license owners in order to air these programs for Nigerians? Now, if you consider this court judgment to be a win for Nigerians, please leave your comments in the section box. And if you feel that this judgment doesn't go well it doesn't go well and shouldn't be, because the company will be suffering a whole lot of hardship. Also, give your reasons for saying so, because Nigerians are saying they are suffering more than every other African country using the pay TV station known as DSTV because of its high tariff, high subscription rate in Nigeria. Is this true? If this is not true and you have a contrary opinion, please leave it in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Haven't subscribed, look at the notification bell, click on it, and you will be able to get all other highlights, news, breaking news, gists, politics as it comes across.